Did I set my microphone? Yeah, I did. You can't even see it. I thought, well, when I put my microphone over here, you might be annoyed in the way, but yeah, I'm not using the top-down camera. That might be the reason that you're not seeing it. For me, that yeah, it was a little bit too loud. It's fine, thank you, Timey. I hope you are well. I'm guessing you're about to stream as well, right? But you're gonna play. So I'm not well. I don't know. I feel bloated, and my right arm is like, dude, what did you do to me? Supposed to. You look ill. Do I look ill? Wow. I didn't think I looked ill, but yeah, I'm not sick. I'm not ill. I just feel bloated, like I ate too much. That's how I feel. But if I even look worse, maybe I should get somebody to do makeup on me. Maybe. Do I really look that ill? Oh. I'm not feeling 100%. That's one thing for sure. I didn't check the mirror. Well, I did check the mirror when I went to the bathroom like 10 minutes before the stream, and I'm like, oh, okay, maybe it's the lighting. More like uncomfortable. Well, that's true. That is true. I don't know what it is. Just I think I just overate, and now my stomach is telling my body like, that's not healthy. The food wasn't healthy either, so yeah. Oh yeah. Oh man. But yeah, show must go on. My right arm. So I think it was like 2.5 hours ago when I stopped doing it. I was working in my backyard, trimming a lot because, well, how do I show how high it was? I cannot zoom out anymore. But this, well, say, oh man. So this is table level, basically. This is just above table level, normal dining room table. And I have plants that grew up to here that shouldn't be, like raspberry bush, all sorts of grass that you don't want in your garden. And I'm not talking about smoking kind, but just all sort of plants, wild plants. Even though one was colorful, was all bright and red, it was like, you shouldn't be there. So yeah, I took my hedge clippers and I went through it. But yeah, to get it all the way down to ground level, I had to bend over a lot, and that machine is like shaking a lot. And at some point, I felt my back, I felt my upper arm. My upper arm is like, yeah, you're compensating to get that thing steady because I cannot automatically start at the bottom because those bushes, especially the raspberry bushes, those prick a lot. They have thorns. So if I go on the bottom, the whole thing will come down on my arms, on my shoulders, on everything, and I will just scratch myself open. So I have to go up and down, and then like, it can be good exercise, but I was done. I was like, okay, I think I did 60, maybe 70% of my backyard. I still have like 30% to do, which I will do tomorrow. But yeah, I sat down and I wanted to pour myself a drink, and my right arm was like, nope. Just like I had Parkinson, which luckily I don't, but it was the same idea that you just could not control. Oh man, I couldn't pour myself a drink. Just the tension that was stuck in my arm, and now my arm is like numb. I can move it, but I don't feel like I have control over the movement, if you know what I mean. It's like it's doing what I say, but I'm not getting the feedback that I'm used to get. And that's weird. So, yeah. Luckily, I only have to operate the mouse right now and maybe some buttons over here, but that's it. Raid will cook you too early, but I'm guessing Lucifer will raid. That was a short stream on their part. Wait for it. I'll wait for it. Meanwhile, I will turn on. It's still 3-0 for the Netherlands. I have a bet going that it would be 5-0. So it's the Netherlands versus Malta. Malta is not that kind of a football country, so Netherlands should win this easily. It was 3-0 after like forever. And the losers are here. Hi, Wim. Oh, wait, I have to. I will cook. It says, wait for it. Raid. Hi, Wim. Good to see you. Hi, Dave and Ilka. Who won? I missed the final part before I went live. And knock, knock. Hi, Kimme. Good to see you. Ultimate high score on your part. Okay. So no room for improvement anymore. I haven't played Cascadia IRL in a while. I use the Steam app if I want to play solo. So played Cascadia in a while. I know my mother likes it. She also doesn't like landmarks that much. She's not the biggest fan. She thinks it makes it too convoluted. 125 with the Wheel of Birds. I don't know exactly how that one scored. I have to check, but it's a lot. That's a lot. It's really a lot. But yeah, I haven't played Cascadia with real people in like forever. Right? Did we? I think we played one game of Cascadia at Amsterdam's weekend, right? I think we played one game. I'm not mistaken. I have to check my BG stats for that if I played it. But I'm not good at keeping track of all my stats on BG stats. Well, January does feel like forever. 3 points per side. Between the birds, you can score them multiple times, so there is a potential if you line them up. Wow. You played it? Do you play in January? Yeah, but January does feel like forever. And Panda is here, but Panda is also lurking. It's only half forever ago. True, but it's June already. In less than 2 weeks, the days are getting shorter again. So, yeah. Nice use of the pop-up chat. I know. Thank you very much for teaching me which program to use. So, oh man. So I was talking to Timey. Timey said I just don't look 100%, and basically I don't feel 100%. I feel a little bloated. I ate too much and too unhealthy as well, because I wanted to do some yard work in my backyard, and I was like, yeah, I'm not cooking because that will take too long. So we ate simple. Basically, we fried food. So yeah, that's what we ate, and I ate a little bit too much, and now my stomach is like. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Also, because I did some yard work with the hedge trimmer, I used the hedge trimmer basically as a mowing machine, because that's how big everything got. So I had to use a hedge trimmer. I think dude, I did 60-70% of my backyard, but that shakes like a lot, and I have to steer it from top to bottom, because if I mow in the bottom, then all those thorns from the raspberry bush go over me, and then I'm under a lot of scratches and pain. So yeah, But then when you're done and you're gonna lay down, my arm was like this when I tried to pour a drink. So the tension in my arm was like crazy, and now I can move it. I have control, but I don't feel like I have control because I don't get that feedback that I'm used to get. You know, when you grab something, you have a feeling like there's a weight on the arm, and now it doesn't feel like there's a weight anywhere. It's like, ooh, it's weightless. It's just floating right there. So yeah, and I don't want to birth the food, baby. Please, not live on streaming anyway. Not anyway. No, please, let not do that. That would be well. It would be good content, right? It would be nice for a short or something like that to clip it. It's been a while since somebody clipped something from me, so, and I don't clip my own videos. I don't know why. I just don't. So, before we go to all the coffee crowdfunding, what's up for me this week? On Thursday, I got the 2 new Shem Phillips games, not the one that's on Kickstarter right now. We'll look at that one, okay? Assyria 2.0, yeah, we will look at it. But yeah, I got this one, The Anarchy, basically the spiritual successor to Harian's Wall. So yeah, I will be playing that on Thursday. I also got Scarabre, which is a lot lighter because well, there's less to it. So there's less sheets in there, so it's lighter. I have to schedule that one, and I got the latest Amber Leaf that I'll probably play next week. So to switch it up. Kimmy, did I pick the Agricola Special Edition? Nope, and I won't. There are so many reasons for me not to. There are literally so many reasons for me to not to do that. But I will get there when we get to that thing. Hi, Game Rights Guy, good to see you. And Wim, yeah, there's a lot of games. And by the way, on Sunday bonus stream, I got the newest adventure for newest chapter for Role Player Adventures, and I'm playing that solo on Sunday. And we will be hitting that campaign today. Did I hear about Zombicide? Yeah, Asmodee bought Zombicide. So Simon is really selling everything. Who forgot who bought Blood Rage, Starcadia, and all that? Was that Madigo who bought that? And somebody bought those IPs. So basically Simon is having a yard sale and selling everything. Yeah, and Rising Sun and the other one. Come on, there are 3. You had Rising Sun, you had Blood Rage, and you had another one. That's number 3. I forget the third one. I only played Blood Rage, and I liked Blood Rage. Oh, Ankh, the Egyptian one. Thank you, Kimmy. Thank you. Ankh, that was the one. So yeah, but I forgot which company sold them and bought them. I thought it was Madigo. Simon sells Blood Rage, and then 2 Tabletop Tycoon. That's the one. Tabletop Tycoon acquires Blood Rage, Rising Sun, Ankh, and some more titles. So basically, what's left for Simon? I don't know. They sold Starcadia, so I'm guessing they sold Arcadia as well. So is Simon ceasing to exist? Is it just going to be a Chinese publisher now? I don't know. Hi James, good to see you. And a friend of the channel is never late. Yeah, Arcadia Quest was sold also. Yeah, makes sense. If you sell Starcadia, you will also sell Arcadia. That makes sense because technically they're the same. Never played those. Always wanted to, but yeah, that's so long. You will be getting the Elder Scrolls, but yeah. Are we talking Elder Scrolls video game or board game? The board game, the Elder Scrolls board game. Oh, that sounds good. That sounds awesome. That sounds awesome. And yeah, Simon, I'm not sure if it's going out of business. I know that financially they are not doing very well, but they also publish other titles in China. They did, if I'm not mistaken, China. I think it was China. Massive Darkness. Do they still have Massive Darkness? I don't know. Betrayal of the Second Era. Botsi. Okay. Yeah, I'm not that deep into Elder Scrolls. I understand the appeal, but I never invested into the video game. So I think the Elder Scrolls, that's also Dragonborn, right? The the Fuss Roda Arrow to the Knee meme board game. I think I tried it for a while and then didn't Simon make a publish they had purchased a large order from oh man, yeah, they did. I think that was a month, maybe 2 months ago that somebody mentioned that. I forgot which one. Was it not Project L? No, it was not Project L. Was another one, yeah. I forgot which one. It was like 2 months ago that became news. And yeah, it's very sad. I know. Now, I wasn't the biggest fan on how they did their Kickstarters. They purposely created FOMO. And I have a feeling Awaken Realms does the same thing now. Throwing a lot of miniatures against to something, and also bloating a project with too much stuff, creating FOMO, like, oh, you should get everything because it's the only chance you should get everything. Like, I don't want to. Also, I have Caverna, which I definitely prefer over Agricola, so I don't need a super upgraded version of Agricola, because it will never hit the table, and that's just a waste of money, right? I had to go. Where did I stop? I had to go to timelines. Where is it? There it is. Timelines will be the first one on Kickstarter that we're gonna do. Well, speaking on Kickstarter and the coffee is a cappuccino from the Dutch, biggest Dutch coffee company, which name I shall not mention. And also, hey, I can remove the packaging, so unless I show you this part, you don't know which brand I'm using. Somehow this agrees with me, even though I feel bloated. James, you're only on two two Simon's games, Zombicide Black Plague and Marvel United. I don't own everything Marvel United. The third one, the multiverse one, I did not back because I didn't have the funds back then. And I'm kind of sad on it, but then I had enough. I would have had enough Marvel United to fill one Calyx. But yeah, I did the first two Kickstarters. I got everything from that, went all in. And I do have Black Plague, Green Horde, and a lot of the expansions. Not every everything. I was considering the white castle, white tiger thingy, but it could have mixed with green horde and black plague. Like black plague and green horde can be mixed and matched together, which is fun to do. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, it felt a little bit off. I was considering backing getting the Thundercats for Black Plague. Would have been fun, but yeah, I have more than enough. I know, James, I have more than enough, and so do you. Apparently, you have 2 base Marvel United and the 8 Marvel United expansion boxes. Yeah, and you too. Yeah, X-Men, yeah, base and X-Men, and then 8 expansions. I think I have similar. I don't know exactly the same, but yeah, I went all in. Let's do this. Before I actually gonna puke. No, I'm feeling a bit better, but not amazingly. So, this is Kickstarter. This is Game Found. Backer Kit, not so much this time around. Sorry. I checked. Nothing new on Backer Kit. So how does this work? I drink coffee, apparently. Technically it's a milk drink, but they sell it as iced coffee. At some point during the summer, I will have a small 2x2 calyx right here with a coffee maker on that. So I will have, we'll have fresh coffee. Well, semi-fresh coffee. I still think I will use coffee pads, but. And no, we are not birthing the food baby live on stream. I will just go to, yeah. Sometimes the chest burster from Alien. Yeah, and then it started dancing. Right? You're a tea person? Normally I'm a tea person, but tea and crowdfunding just, it didn't alliterate, and I like coffee, so. Well, the coffee mugs. So yeah, the rules. If you're watching this on YouTube, which is an option, by the way, I'm also live streaming this on YouTube right now. But if you're watching this on YouTube, you can see it in the description. There are rules. One of them is being this one. Yeah. Basically, it's mostly the last one I mentioned because it has some nice elements to it. But yeah, if I see you use generative AI, I'm not totally against AI, but generative AI, yeah, that's a big no-no. That means generative AI means bye-bye. I will close the page. Speaking of closing the page, I will open like 10-ish tabs because, oh, that was a burp, not a food baby. It was just the water breaking. No. By the way, let's remove the white tiger's warband breasts out of the way. And then we have the Sisters of Sin showing also all the. Oh man, this is a family-friendly stream with all the dirty. I wish I could filter out the non-suitable for work things, right? Then I was. Where was I? Yeah, I will open 10-ish tabs on them because navigation is a big mess. If I accidentally open one, then the whole navigation is like, where were you? So that's why I don't do that. I will not look at dice, board game tables, STL files, or RPG stuff. RPG stuff, there's just too much of them. STL files, basically what you see is what you get. So you can decide based on the thumbnail. And dice, yeah, a die is a die. You look at the colors, oh, I think it's pretty. Sure, get it. That's up to you. Sometimes something pops out like, oh, that's interesting. Then I will take a look at it, but mostly no. Shiny math rocks. Yeah, that's what dice are. Shiny math rocks. I have multiple sets. I will not deny that. I have a special Christmas set, which are used during Christmas games. But yeah, a whole RPG set. And yeah, we all have too many dice. There are so many dice games. I have one pack right here. I can take it right here. It's a set of multicolored dice. I think two of each color. Yeah, 2 brown, 2 black, 2 purple, 2 red, 2 orange, 2 pink, 2 yellow, 2 green, 2 white, and 2 blue. That's the colors. I only got them because I was playtesting French Quarter. So I needed the colored dice. So I think I covered all the rules because I said a lot of what I'm not looking. Oh, I forgot one. A big one. Languages. I will only look at Dutch and English campaign pages. The other ones, not so much. It's not that I cannot read it, but I will butcher the language, so that's why I won't. Okay, so let's move on quickly before we look at the boobies of the Tigers Warband. We have timelines, and then we can move on. I already looked ahead. So, we have a board game table. Oh, nice. With removing a dining topper. Oh, sure. Dice decks. Undead zombies. Replace your dice with cards. There is a difference between dice and cards. Cards is you flip one and you know you're not gonna get that value. If you roll a dice and you roll it again, you can get the same value. So if you're shuffling each deck over and over and over again, you better sleeve that deck. New era of immersed board games. What if your board game changed every time? Well, that's what legacy board games are for. Welcome to Ashfall, where AI writes your story as you play. Nope. Don't let AI tell me what to do. A world inspired by Lewis Carroll's Through the Looking Glass, where even more. Every move counts and every card reveals a twist of fate. Alice's Wondrous Adventures. Okay. Tractiles. Yeah, build your own racetrack. Whimsical Realms of Oddity Tarot cards. Those are tarot cards. It's not really a game. A solo and 1v1 print and play adventure based on the legend of Hattori Hanzo. You mean Hattori Hanzo? That's the dude from Kill Bill, right? Dice placement will never be the same. Maybe for a reason. We will see. Valiant. Strategic board game of mythic superheroes. Dusterborg. Buccaneers of Dutbroom's Coldlock. It sounds like a German game. A game in Germany by a French thing. Band of pirates for skirmish game. So it's basically just a band of pirates. Okay, then I move on to the next one. French Tarot is a game, some sort of like a trick taker. I never played it. Is it a fun game? This is a fancy realm book, so those are realms for any tale you want. Retreat Hell. Nope. Tabletop Inn, a board game bed and breakfast in NC, so it's North Carolina. I'm not visiting that anytime soon. Printing Sunborg, which is basically a Merkborg, which is RPG. Sequel and prequel playing cards. They look like Cuphead playing cards. In the art style of the golden age of animation. That's why it looked like Cuphead. If you like trick takers, you would recommend it. It's fun. Okay, if you say so. If it's fun. I do like trick takers, but I have the feeling that all the trick taking games are starting to look at all the same. Webgirl STL. That looks like the not right version of Spider-Gwen. Depth's trading card game Rebirth. As in, we're doing this again. The most electrifying card game in biotech. Learn CRISPR. Okay. Role playing. Marching call. The game. That's it. And I'm still at 7, so we can continue. It's a war game map. Pork Lords. So porks are actually making a comeback, and with Slam Throne and, well, we had the porks a couple of years back, wasn't it? From the Dice Tower, was no longer there. Opened his own shop right now. Did he did one? Well, okay, this is all Italian. We're not gonna look at that. Disagio Totale, and this looks weird. Another tarot set. Dog dice collection. Oh, it has a Kaipo. Oh. Check out No Loose Ends. It's quite different. Okay, I will check. I will check No Loose Ends. But Bonsonator in chat, because this looks like it has. It says dog dice, but these look mostly like kittens. But it looks like there might be a Kaipo in there. That one, the 6, really looks like a Kaipo. Brushes for painting, if you're looking into those. We're already halfway and I didn't even pick 10 yet. Recycling, a bluffing game. You don't bluff with recycled materials, you just recycle them. Yay, Kaipo. A third-party adventure for Dragonbane and from Dragonbane from Dunderdagar. About a brave rescue party who lands on a materials, and it's an adventure or it's an RPG. You never know when they say adventure. And that's where we leave it off. Okay, we have timelines. I don't guess it's multiple copy of the game timeline. Nothing about AI, first edition, rulebook, sure. Score the most points by playing foundations, resolving crisis. I feel a sneeze coming up. And it's staying away. Okay, constructing marvels, achieving bonuses, and benefiting from epochs and cards. Epochs and cards. Okay. Well, that's like what does an end card look like? I could not tell. Card type, photos. Sure. Setup. What? This is why I hate text on images. Come on. Even if you're watching my stream at 1080p and my sneeze is not a chest burster, it would be a nose burster. Trust me, if I sneeze, the neighbors are worried. I cannot sneeze quietly. Maybe the microphone will not pick it up because it has noise cancelling. It's not a voice. But it might, and then it will jump heavily in the red, so be warned. Setup continued, gameplay. This time player reveals 1 epoch event card and 1 crisis card. Apply the epoch event immediately to all players in turn order. Each player resolves the crisis individually during their turn or take the penalty. Okay, gameplay continues and we reduce the font to like this small. I can do this, but that's not how it should work. Timeline clocks. Yeah, okay. I hated that they did that. Seth Meyer, you should have checked my stream and you would have known that this is not good policy. You made 1,000 a week in 1 week, and now you still need a lot. Weird number, by the way. 23,965. Why just don't go 24? Okay. Okay. Alice in Wonderland, because the Alice is in public domain right now, so it's free for everyone to use. I don't see anything about AI. What's in the card box? Why do you need curious? How do you play? Game features. Beautiful illustrated. Okay. Hi, Dutch Anakin. Plus cards consist of 11 divided by 1. Or it's 11 and 1, and that's basically the ace. Minus, plus, minus. Okay, and this looks very snakes and laddery. I don't know how to place by looking at that, but no. Let's skip that one. Okay, well, we have Hanzo. You know, the famous samurai sword maker. How to play solo mode. Use a map. Makes sense. Place 6 samurai meeple on the white spot, resource spots. These will act as obstacles during the game. So I have to provide my own meeples. Roll 4 dice and observe the results. Yeah, the dice don't do anything. I just observe. Pick one value as the event. Choose freely on the event grid and place a marker on it. Can I not just place the die on it? Place and manage the remaining dice to gather resources and defend to the next round. Mark the resources that you get. If you gain enough, you obtain a door resource and recover one of your weapons. Okay. All people that I don't know. I cannot know everyone. Hattori, yeah, you know Hattori Hanzo from Kill Bill. A legendary shadow warrior. You know him personally, Wim? You know him personally? You're good friends? I have to move back a little bit on the chair, otherwise I will have a wooden. You know him personally? Wow. Okay, Valiant is the next one. A strategic board game of mythic superheroes battling for control of the power crystals. Okay, story. If I did know better, I would say AI generated, but sure, they don't say so, so doesn't have to be, because I know people who can draw it like that. So draw 2 cards from your deck, then play 1 to move your hero across the battlefield. Move 1 and move into an opponent to deal damage and knock them back. End your turn beside a power crystal to collect it and raise your power level. Win the game. If that's only step 4, then like 4 steps in, defeat your enemy or collect 4 power crystals to claim victory. Trusted creator. They did other stuff first. Sure. Made in the USA. So no tariffs if you are in the USA. You're outside, yeah, you will be hit by tariffs. Hello, Slivers. How are you doing? That training card game is back with an all new look. And still an awful page because they don't use the side menu. So this is about fish and sea mammals. And maybe some planned life, I don't know. Why should you back us? Well, I don't like backing pages that are just images. Stop doing that. I really should start a YouTube short series on what not to do if you want a good rating on my coffee crowdfunding stream. And this is one of them. Novel code. Do you know why they do that? I don't know, because they want their own personal style to it, which is still possible if you know how to do HTML and CSS. But yeah, it's not the best. They have a $0 goal. Oh no, they have a $1 goal. They have a €0 goal. Well, 2 backers, yeah, then you reach that. Oh, you are looking for an add-on on Kickstarter? Because the pages are 10 times easier to upgrade with a new changed inline graphics. First have to update text and format. I didn't have that many issues while I do that. The only thing I had issues with is that somehow Kickstarter added extra end-of-line tokens on something that didn't have them, but I don't know why. It was also a project with only images, yeah. You cannot text search on a thing if it has a side menu. It's maybe easy maintainable, but it's still not user-friendly. So what do you want? That's why I hate it when they do that. Image text combo, sure, if you explain what I'm looking at, but don't put the text on the image. Uh-oh, I see AI. I see big letters AI, but I don't see anything. Are they using AI, or is it just, oh, we're talking about AI? Because that's 2 different things. Because this is not the best thing. And Wim says, yeah, updating graphics in Photoshop or InDesign is a nightmare compared to HTML. And Slippers agrees, and so do I, having run a campaign myself. But then again, if you don't put the proper alt text in there, the search engine does ignore your images, at least the text on the images. So having text there is still very important. Next up, margin call, the game. Oh, they use AI. I've used AI to help write and review the content. For instance, so did you want to write? And they generate the banner. Okay, never mind. You generated stuff. So bye. Next, Poglords. A fantasy board game where champions battle for the right to slam pogs and claim victory from the stack of fate. Yeah, let's go here. This project uses AI tools to assist with visual markup. All core play game rules, development, art, will be created and approved by human designers. Well, AI generated content has been bye. Recycle, bluffing game. Waste disposal ordinance enforcing. Catch your friends illegally dispose waste in this bluffing game. I have a feeling this is like Sheriff of Nottingham, but instead of passing apples, chicken, and stuff, well, you can also pass contraband. But instead of that, you said, well, this is 5 bags of plastic, and you put in some weird metals or something like that. I don't know. The sign and the designated waste must be disposed of in a specific trash bin. Every day there are specific waste categories for disposal. Again, all the text on this, and then with this background, that doesn't make it easier to read. Some criminals seeking convenience, ignoring the sorting order. Yeah, okay. It's a nice way to do that. They're all for. I forgot what A11Y stood for. I used to sleep with WCAG guidelines under my pillow. I'm a bit done with it. Yeah, true. Accessibility. I was trying to say it and then you typed it. Accessibility, indeed. Yeah, accessibility. This is not. Come on. The background is way too busy and way too sharp to make this readable. Or properly readable. Especially when the colors even match. Dragon Bean, the Minas Isle, third-party adventure. And it looks more like an RPG, so we're gonna skip that. There we are, Tapando, the quick flip chaos party game. Clans and Cave Lions for 5th edition, so that's RPG, 3D printing, RPG, 3D printing, Dino Jobs, they look cute. If you want to replace Flamecraft with Dinocraft, that would be a nice change. Even though some dinos start to look more like dragons, like the T-Rex and the Pterodactyl, they start to look way more like dragons than dinos. Duck Party, Teenage Mutant Ninja Ducks. More STL files, Emerald Fine, playing cards. Yeah, look okay. 3D printing, the Master 2 dice collection. Hey, that's dice. Hex terrain is 3D print. Wow, this goes way too fast. Shake the Arena, 2-player card game. Okay, it's a hilarious 2-player card game. We'll be judged for that. Escape Advent Calendar. Can you escape the Penguins Christmas party? I don't know. And there we have the newest Shem Phillips games or Garfield games. Assyria. Vixen, Ink and Curtain, Gone Camping, One Shot. Schmut, Escape from Egypt. Brand new Bible game for the whole family. Excalibur. I believe we will have a bounce appearance on this one. The new Roxley games, because I know she already made a short of that for that one. Tome of set items for D&D. Caloria. Caloria, the ultimate food chain building game for 1 to 4 players. Caloria. Okay. Caloria. Okay. Kilocaloria. True magazine. I love, hate everything. True. So true. As your world creator, RPGs, Red Dog Junction. You love yellow text on bright green. Oh, it's so perfect. You're a big fan of ADO Den Haag, right? James, why the question marks? What are your concerns? Wings Over the Atlantic, another RPG. Wobby Blobby, a playful wellness game. Okay, and that's about 10ish. Yellow and green. Yeah, it's the worst. It's the worst. I could have used it here as well. Yellow and green. Yeah, but I didn't. Okay, Taekwondo. Build spatulas and tweezers. Puzzle stack ingredients and show off like a master teppanyaki chef. I've never been to a teppanyaki. I hope it's not a dexterity game, because that would be worse. Resolve the puzzle without hand touching. Done. How am I supposed to solve that? Well, every cuisine orders puzzle, you have to find, pick, and collect the right ingredients with your tweezers. Okay, so it is a dexterity game. Don't be rushy or you'll make mistakes. You mean I have to pick up cards, or do I have to pick up ingredients with tweezers? And how sturdy are those ingredients? Because I already used tweezers in Rush MD, but then I'm picking up big wooden blocks. So I know the tweezers can handle that. If these are cardboard shits, they won't last that long. So we have chicken parts, and we have sausage and rice and mushrooms and beans and meat, and fish and shrimp, tofu, of course, eggs, octopus, lettuce, and some other ingredients. I think paprika, tomato, and onion. Okay, how to play. Yeah. Okay, that's not gonna, oh, that's gonna be so bad for the stuff. Inside the shifu, okay, then you get tweezers, but if I have to grab this, that will not last long. It will break, it will go kaput, it will, no, I understand the idea, and for prototyping maybe. Then you have to flip it in your pan as well. Maybe if it has to be cooked. And stack it, and I like the idea. I just don't like the use of tiles, to be honest. Because I think with the tweezers you're gonna scratch, hurt, and break those tiles all over. Add-ons. Nice wooden tweezers and wooden sets, that's nice. But no wooden other things. Zone 3. I'm in Zone 3. I've never been in Zone 3 before. Well, it's Asia first. Then we have the United States, and then some European countries. Luckily, the Netherlands is one of them, but still. I like the idea, but I just don't. I would like screen printed blocks for those. Not too heavy, but not cardboard. Cardboard and tweezers, nope. Jelly KO. Kick the Arena. A 2-player brawl game. That's a lot of text, which we cannot read because it's an image with text on an image with text. What's in the box? Standard edition, 10 champion cards, brawl cards. So currently, if I look like this, that's the size that card would be for me. I know, I'm very close by. Hi. And I still cannot read this text. True, I'm not wearing my glasses, but my eyesight isn't that bad. So yeah. And then we have a whole French section that we're not going to read. Our team, okay, how does it play? Because now it's what's in the box. Follow the referee rules. Flip the game with KO cards. Okay. I don't see the hilarious part on it. So, yeah. Black on white is 21, the max. That's true. Also, don't do pink on red or pink on orange. That's even worse. It's also not readable. So we have an advent calendar with escaping penguins. I assume I will get the new exit one, even though Libby moved on from Cosmos to Preference and Games. But no. It does look like it's kind of like the exit ones that you have to solve puzzles and move on, which is fun. I do like the exit advent calendars. I really do. Stay away from that. Yeah, I know orange is the worst. It's our national color and it's the worst. I know. Oh, man. I'm having a wooden butt. And if people don't know what that means I'm sitting and on the surface and I'm not getting enough derriere support. So it feels like it's flattened like a wooden plank. Okay, Assyria 2nd edition. I didn't even know there was a first one. Not gonna lie. Oh, Assyria. So, one thing you should know, Carnival Games does not do pledge managers. So basically, you fill this in, you pledge it, and that's it. There is no pledge manager access or anything like it. And again, they are using text and images, but luckily not all of it. But also if you're not consistent with the width of your images, the text will resize with it, and you have multiple font sizes, which doesn't feel very consistent. Aim of the game of Assyria is to be the player with the most victory points. Whoa! Really? You gain points per game by building huts and ziggurats. I love the look of it. It has that, well, it's a different area, but it's the same art style. It's a different area because this was in prehistoric Scotland, right? So it's different scenario and everything, but yeah. And you can play it solo, which I always like. So there's a big chance I will be backing this one. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, we have Maple University, we have the Brothers Murph, we have Gaming Rules, we have Coffrey, we have Board Game Garden, and we have Board Game Dave, which I don't know by name. I have met Shem Phillips. Bansnader introduced me to him at a Rodskeller's party, I believe, at Spiel. Was it Shem or Sam? I believe it was Shem. You can view the. It helps if this was a real link. This is not a clickable link. But I will be playing the Anarchy. But yeah, it's one each year, and they're doing well. And basically, they rarely fail with their games. I have been enjoying the Anarchy, and I will love to show it to you on Thursday. But yeah, looking forward to that one. Ushmat, Escape from Egypt, a brand new Bible game. Risks. Stories. We have a picture and more pictures. And we see a lot of pictures. No text. A lot of pictures. Now we have text, and then risk and challenges. Yeah, okay. Excalibur. I am assuming There will be a Bonds appearance on this one, because I know Bonds did something. Thunder Griff and Druid are backers, so you know. Nothing about AI. Well, if Bonds did something and it supported AI, I don't think Bonds would have supported it. 2 to 8 players, 20 minutes. Oh, I love fast playing party games. Yeah, James, there is a whole documentation about accessibility for HTML, which you basically could use for board game design as well, because a lot of the rules overlap. Many art. Yeah, okay, look, we found the bonds. Oh, this is the one they did in the castle. And I looked at the castle and I'm like, okay, you Americans are very quick in deciding which is a castle. When I think of a castle, I think of something that looks medieval. That thing definitely did not look medieval. But it doesn't look like a palace either, so yeah. But yeah. Okay, let's lead the rules. Each player gets 4 chips at the start of the game. The rest of the chips are spread face down on the table. Reveal choices, then resolve each chip's power clockwise. Use your chip's power to find Excalibur. Powers allow you to draw, steal, swap, or pick at chips. The final round occurs when a region of Avalon is empty. This is the new Roxley game. It's a lighter game. Roxley doesn't make too heavy games. It's not Slamtron, but Dicetron is also basically Roxley. They are very accessible, and this one does look like fun. Would I like a solid metal sword? Sure, I will probably use it as a letter opener. To be fair. And it's the same artwork as you can see on the dice thrones. So yeah, artwork, dual layer sword tray, rules, gold colored pack tray. And the deluxe edition is $40, 60 wooden chips, what color? And the other one was how much? Base game 65. Oh, that's the collector's edition. So the deluxe is a little less luxurious. Man versus Meeple, Grand, Fascinator. I've already played this game with different player counts and everybody really enjoys it. Well, it does feel like a fun party game. Simple, fast, good looking artwork. Would I get the $60 one? I don't know. 2 times deluxe bonus or 1 deluxe and 1 collectors? Yeah, no, I would just get 1 copy. The question is, am I going deluxe or am I going collector's edition? Because I do love relic chips or 3D molded chips, yeah. I won't back it now, but I will put it on the remind me thingy. Funny thing is, the campaign ends when I just after I got my paycheck, so that's awesome. Roxley is deluxe. I know. I mean deluxe or super deluxe. Collectors. Kilocalorie, yeah. It's coming in a Toblerone bar kind of thingy. Let's see how to play. Setup. I don't care about setup. Each player draws 7 tiles. If the player does not receive a water tile, simply reshuffle and redraw. All life on Earth needs water. A healthy food chain will typically start with a water resource. Spread from your initial start point, adding new plants and add animals to your fledgling food chain. Use science and strategy to supercharge your score. The advantage of real-world effects like boosting your photosynthetic plants and cold-blooded reptiles with sunlight. And then steal from others, trade, balance, and victory. And then we have add-ons. 1 player, East Texas Piney Woods, Mexican Cloud Forest, booster pack, playmat. Are you a retailer? No, I'm not. And then our story, which basically I don't care. So you have one chest and acrylic dice counters and cloth bags. And then additional tiles. So 2-player version, 4-player version, then you get 2-player versions. 4-player all in, then you get a 2-player version and the other 2 single-player versions. And for $1,000, well, -1, you'll be a campaign hero. Get 1 golden ticket to be used to redeem a free copy of all future Killer Courier sets. So that's assuming there will be more sets. I like the idea, but that pledge level is like a tad too much. I love hate everything, a party game for opinionated people like myself. 3 to 10 players. Oh, that probably means we have 1 judge and okay, how to play. Players get 5 items cards, stuff someone might love or hate. Includes our 4, and then a dealer draws an emotion card to determine the goal of the round. You never know what's next, love or hate. The player chooses the item in their hand they think the dealer loves or hates the most. And then they judge and discuss, and it's like, no, I don't like those. Red Dog Junction is getting a Dutch translation, that's nice. Fortune awaits in the far reaches of space, if you dare to take it. I'm just wondering who will be the Dutch publisher for this one. How to play. Watch this video, which we don't do. But they have another description. Each turn, take 2 actions. Moving, mine, salvage, trade, display, swap, over. Move a mine. Exchange, Red Dog Junction. So yeah, pick up and deliver. Complete super deals. So yeah, okay, get that. And use boost cards. Nothing really original, but it doesn't look that bad either. Now I'm just wondering who will be the Dutch person doing. They don't mention the Dutch publisher. We'll have a Dutch translation, but we don't know who. Maybe them themselves. No, they are from Portland, Oregon. So no. Did they mention something about the languages? It doesn't say that they're using a different publisher. Okay. S-55 wings over the Atlantic. Nice miniature. Power Gaming Crew, have I checked out the curricular campaign? Nope. Will I? Nope. When I get to GameFound, I will tell you why. There are so many reasons for me not to. I have mentioned a couple of reasons, but yeah, one of them is I don't care for Agricola, so and the campaign feels bloated. But I haven't checked it out yet. Yay, I got a mod alert. Why? Because you said the 10-foot pole and FAI art. Slippers, come on, it's not art. I'm not even sure if they're using AI imagery over there, but I don't care. Okay, gameplay. Let's look at gameplay. Multiple players, flight plan, manage resources, weather conditions. Then unforeseen events, historical events, basic and advanced rules. If you want to experience winds over Atlantic, in its most complete and immersive form, don't miss advanced rules. Okay. But are we planning together? Is it kind of like Turbulence? Because you have a shield, so either everybody has their own ship, or you're flying together. It's one or the other. Each player decides on his or her own route. His or her or their own route. Assessing risk any based on weather and choosing whether to make a shorter, safer route or longer, riskier flights. So I'm guessing everybody does their own flight. Yeah, could be fun. First one to cross the Atlantic wins. Oh yeah, that it has been expensive, I know. Wabi Bloppy. It has been very expensive, but yeah, that's what you get when you get put a lot of miniatures in it. Draw swap and turn blobs into unexpected doodles and absurd stories. Let go of perfection, embrace the surprise and laugh till you cry. But yeah, I'm not telling what your body should do. I know what I would or wouldn't do. I will never tell somebody if they should or should not support it. I will say that I don't support it. Okay. Instructions. Pick a blob card, grab a pen and doodle what your imagination sheets. Add to each other's drawing for unexpected twist. Use a spark card to inspire. Yeah, this sort of kind of feels more like an activity at some point than an actual game, but yeah, it could be nice and zen and definitely a good icebreaker, but not for me. Okay, let's move on. 5th edition. Nope. The ATP Kids research game. Planks basketball. Yeah. Role player adventures, Silver Threads of Fate. Oh, looky what I got here. I will be streaming the solo of this one this Sunday. Ambiguous Battles, Dead Rising is a new set of wooden minis. Okay. Coalition, Councils of the Republic. Negotiation party with no lying required. Ooh, that's something I can live with because I am a terrible liar. You will know when I lie. Amsterdam board game design. Still haven't visited them while they're working. Oh, this was recently. This was last week. Game Toppers is back. I'm still debating on getting one, but currently I don't have the funds. But if you want something cheaper and just to put on your table, consider it. I had a nice conversation with Berkey. Sorry, couldn't get on the name. With Berkey at Spiel. I wanted to buy a playmat from them, but they didn't have the water theme playmat in the size that I needed. STL files, a roll and write, quest of arcane and mastery. You still have yours? Oh yeah. I keep spending money on other things. And then when Berkey comes with a new campaign, I don't have the money. I don't believe Berkey has stretch pay. So Board Game James! And you love it, especially with the tabletop stoppers. The tabletop stoppers? That's a lot of toppers. Steel files, Were Tigers. Pet names and games of endearment. RPG, Ink Tensions, Defy the Gods. Captain Dumplings versus Samurai Sushi Master. And that's a 5th edition kind of thing. A solo print and play war game. Ooh, about the U-boat. Berkey's from a small town, I know. You need my help? What do service dogs look like in Amsterdam? How would I know? Do you know when the last time was that I was in Amsterdam? That was during COVID. That was the last time I was in Amsterdam. But but if it's an official service dog, it will probably have some sort of vest on that says, please don't pet me. Mostly in Dutch, so I'm in need. Don't distract me, something like that. That could be a seeing eye dog. Mostly it's seeing eye dogs. Other service dogs, I haven't seen that many. Well, police dogs definitely have that, but then they are on a big leash and they growl already at you. So, yeah. Okay, what do they look like? It can be a Labrador, it can be a Shepherd dog, it can be a Great Dane. Basically, if it cannot sit on your lap, it could be a service dog. You're thinking of bringing you to Essen and you want to blend in. I'm thinking if I have ever seen a service dog at Spiel. Because to be fair, I'm not paying attention. I'm not like looking for them. So if they are there, they might be, but I just don't notice. Because it's normal to see people walking around with dogs. But I have to think really, really hard if I have ever seen a service dog at the convention. I don't know. Yeah, Slivers hasn't seen a dog at Spiel, but Slivers has never been to Spiel. So, yeah, it's not normal to have dogs inside here. Yeah, okay, it makes sense. But I don't know if they... Yeah, I think they should allow dogs. Especially, well, seeing eye dogs makes sense. I can't recall seeing them. Doesn't mean they weren't there. Because remember, when you go to Spiel, there are like 90,000 people. You think a dog would stand out between 90,000 people. Well, if the dog would walk upright, definitely. But I know there's a lot of people with baby carriages and like, dude, get a babysitter. If you really want to go here, just don't bring a baby over here. The baby is... It's too noisy, it's too crowded, it's not fun for the baby. I don't think it's mentally healthy. By law, they must have access. That's true, but I don't know the laws of here. I think every government building definitely supports that. Public buildings, I don't know. But government buildings, definitely. If I bought Sunrise Lane at Spiel, then I've seen a service dog inside. I don't know where you bought Sunrise Lane. I got it from White Goblin Games. Talk to the owner of the dog while waiting in line. Okay. Sunrise Lane would have been Horrible Guild. If you got the Dutch version, you would have gotten it at Spellen Spectacle. If you got the English version, you would have gotten it probably from Horrible Guild at Spiel. Babysitter expensive. Okay, maybe slivers, but then carry that child close to your chest with that baby carrying thing, not with a stroller. I know you can sneak a lot of board games on that thing, but it's not why you got it, right? Spiel isn't healthy for any living being. Well, true. Saying get a baby is a bit gatekeepy. Maybe. Didn't intend it like that, but I can see. It's not the baby that I have issues with. It's the stroller I have issues with. The stroller hitting my heel, the back of my feet and everything, and blocking paths, and I don't know. They're extra wide. It's already narrow there. It's not the best thing. But then again, you have people in wheelchairs and everything, but they can't get any other thing. And I'm not annoyed by those unless they suddenly stop. That is like, and then I walk into them. But that's when with everybody that suddenly stops. I'm like, no, please keep going. German and Dutch crime would very much not take a big old stroller and babies everywhere like Americans do. You would be surprised, actually. You would be surprised. That's not a stroller, that's driving. Well, that's true. That's true. But apparently, it's with strollers. Well, there are also people who bring a trolley, so like a hand trolley with them, because that's allowed. Those big backpacks for well, you know those board gaming backpacks, those aren't allowed. Well, they are allowed, but not to wear on your shoulders. You can carry it on your arm, you can put it on a trolley or anything like that, but you cannot carry it on your shoulders, because then when you turn and twist and turn, you knock everybody over. I haven't been knocked over that many times with those bags. I can see the issue. The biggest issue I have is people with strollers that just hit everybody on their legs and just. I would suggest those people to get a shopping cart. If you really want to buy that many games, get a shopping cart and take that into Spiel. Your dog has a vest and likely take the bigger, more official looking police dog one. You have multiple service dogs? Yeah, bring the bigger one. That's one thing I would suggest. Bring the bigger one. And so, Slivers, you do agree smaller would help? You really hit stroller. Oh yeah, so many. And the problem is with my diabetes, it is a lot in my legs. I'm wearing stockings all the time, compressed stockings, because of well, especially in the heat, my leg will go from this big to this big, so it will be double in size easily. Now, another issue with it is if I scratch it, just hitting an edge or of something, it will take months to heal. It will bleed, not heavily, but it will bleed for days, maybe even weeks. and then it stops bleeding, and then I have to hope that the crust will stay on, and that not whenever I take my socks off that I will open that stupid crust and it starts bleeding again. So when a stroller hits my leg, I will have dirty socks for weeks. Just bring a board game fillet. He will then run back to the car so you can keep buying game. That would be... I'm not blaming my diabetes on strollers. I'm blaming that my diabetes doesn't go well with strollers hitting my legs. I need more than one valet. Are you offering something, Wim? Everybody's attacking me. You make me want to go pee. But we're almost done with Kickstarter, so let's move on. Did I have 10-ish games? Not yet. Not yet. Let's go. I know. But apparently, at a board game convention, everybody with a stroller doesn't know how to drive with that thing. And it makes sense because it's too busy. You cannot turn. It's like putting an 18-wheeler and trying to make a U-turn while there is a traffic jam. You're bound to hit a car or two with an 18-wheeler. Come on. They push. And also I need a leg guard. You know I have one, but that's for the front end. And I will always get hit in the back. I don't know why. And crowds always pull, don't push. Well, yeah. Lone Wolf was the last one I did, right? So let's see. A lot of RPGs. We have more Steffenfeld coming. RPG, monster scenario. I'm just going to continue because we reached the top. A time travel card game of bluffing. I'm bluffing. You're in. This is all in French. I'm not doing that. So we're done with the Kickstarter thingy, I guess. Oh no, we got some more. Dance with the Serpent. Adventure Trilogy classic novels. So that's RPG-ish. More RPG, STL, and dice. Okay. Almost done with the Kickstarter. You need to double up. You know how much leg guards cost? Band-aids are cheaper. And replacing socks is cheaper as well. Okay, this one has 0 backers. It's not doing that great. ATP Kids Research Games Stimulation Through Phrases. I have no idea what it is. I feel it's for a good cause and it has some serious things about it. But yeah, we have a Monopoly type board. And they have finished cards and they have dice and the word says it's shin guards. They don't protect the calf and the heel. I will just wear high boots, okay? Knee-high boots. That looks charming. Then I'll wear lederhosen. He just flipped 7. Who are you playing flip 7 with? Shoot, bounce and score. The ultimate basketball board game. Well, I have one right here. I'm not going to say it's the ultimate, but we are having fun with it. It's a 3-on-3 type game. But this is dexterity basketball playing. So basically, I have to bounce it off a person or near a person to make the shot. How does it work? Set up the court. Well, that makes sense. Put up the basket. Hit the ball from the side of the court and try to score in your opponent's basket. Every time you score, position your players in the opponent's half to block their rebound. So basically you have to bounce in your own half and then, oh, so they have to move. Okay. The first place is all the players into the opponent's side. Okay. Designed in Barcelona. Early bird, 22 euros. That's not expensive. But I feel it's like fun for once or twice and then I'm kind of bored with it. At least that's my type of game. Roleplayer Adventure Silver Threads of Fate. It's only 15 bucks. Really? Yeah, really. You can get the PDF, which includes a new sheet. You can get a physical edition, which is not fun, and you can get new characters, pre-generated characters. I did not get those, so I don't have those. I will be using existing characters. Use an existing adventure map and explore familiar locations during a critical moment in the history of Nados. So yeah, this is the thing I like the most. Recruit powerful allies. You can recruit allies right now. Can I wear a shin guard reverse? No. My legs are shaped differently on the front and on the back. I don't have like this on the front and this on the back. No, my back is like this. Well, not. Well, the front is more like this. So I have a lot of muscles because I have to carry all this weight around when I walk. But yeah, I really like the use of allies in this one. I don't think they have me on here yet. They did ask me for a quote. I gave one. I have everything. I have it all. Everything from Eulos. And some games I like more than others, but basically I like them all. So and this is just about basic role player adventures. Is somebody playing the new adventure live? Not yet, right? Previews. Purple Moose plays them, and I will be playing them soonish. This Sunday I will be playing these. So yeah, I love role player. I love everything. Yeah, Slivers, we discussed this well before you came in, but yeah, I did saw that the Zombicide IP. So basically, what does Simon have left? Because I think Marvel United went all to Spin Master, right? So do they even have an IP left? Massive Darkness, that's the only IP they have left. They will sell that one as well. I see that one going to... What company would do well with Massive Darkness? Fantasy Flight? Maybe? But Fantasy Flight hasn't done much either recently. No, but they have that too. Okay. But yeah, I have been playing this one a lot to practice because I haven't played Role Player Adventure in a couple of years. So I've been practicing this week with the new sheets. So yeah, I have been enjoying it a lot. Coalition. Okay, now I really have to pee. I will be right back. Wait, don't go anywhere, okay? But it's not a food baby that I'm producing, but it's just a biological clock. Oh, wrong one. Correct one. Ugh. Maybe they aren't selling everything. I don't know, but it looks like they are. I believe they already sold Ethnos. So, not sure. There's not much left in their games library. Okay, the medieval negotiation. I need my last coffee. The medieval negotiation party game with no lying required. That doesn't mean you cannot lie, but it means you don't have to. Make and break alliances. Then if you break an alliance, then you kind of lied, right? 5 frantic minutes to coordinate with teammates, negotiate with opponents, and trade influence with other players. This part of the game is usually played on your feet. Okay. You can talk to anyone on any console and have private conversations as you see fit. The game within the game, players are assigned to consoles, each with their own sub-game. The more players you have, the more consoles you add. Each console is led by a powerful console chair. At the end of the round, the player that bid the most influence at each console will move to a different console. Then, once the time goes off, the console phase begins. Player must end discussions and split into their assigned consoles for simultaneous blind bid to determine what kind of article your console will add to the Constitution. Freedom, order, justice, wealth. Apparently, having all 4 is not an option. And once every console has resolved its bid, it is time for the edict phase. Each console adds its article to the Constitution scoreboard, then must resolve the 2 edicts that are currently law. The state of Constitution determines which edicts are in play. Players must live with the consequences of their legislation. Party shared scoring, downloadable. It's a fairly political game. It's not for me. I don't like to be political. You got your hands on Foundations of Rome, don't tell none. Nanas! Read that. But yeah, Foundations of Rome is good. I prefer it over Foundation of Metropolis. Dry erase scoreboard. Okay. This could be a fun thing. Combine 2 to host up to 30 players. Must ship to the same address. Yeah, that would work. And then retail pledge. And then pins and everything. I can see this being fun, but it's not for me. Okay, Amsterdam Board Game Design Season 2. I saw this game at Zuiderspel. I wasn't thrown away by it. I did not play them. I just saw them. Okay. So Loaf is about a bakery, and Goblin Laundromat is where goblins lose their items in the laundromat. And then Medievalons, legendary land of Medievalons, the beloved monarch has perished. Why do monarchs always perish at the beginning of a game? You save some money on the games and get 3 promo packs. Ooh. And they have Season 1, Grachtenpand, which felt a lot like walking in Burano. Babel, which didn't... The previous one did use AI, I believe. This one doesn't appear to do so. So Goblin Laundromat. You have laundry baskets, 1 for each player, program cards, potion tokens, and everything you can lose in the dishwasher, or basically everything that's dirty. And Nox did a video about them. There's a luck factor that in my opinion adds to the chaos. Okay. Thanks, Daniel. Now we're going to Loaf. French bakery. 72 work cards, 12 in each of the 6 player costs, numbered 0-11 bakery meatballs. Well, basically chef hats, so they're not meatballs. Reputation board. And Nox did a video on that one. It got a 7. Spellendreef. I know these are mostly... Spellendreef is mostly Instagram. They have a website. I don't have a website. I still need to get my website done. Loaf is one of those games you need to play a few times to really grasp. Bordspelwereld. Bordspelwereld does YouTube? I did not know that. Use beacons. For what? To create a website? You know, I'm a web developer by trade, right? I just need to find time to start it. I already so are you. You still use beacons? Okay. I never use beacons because I never heard of it before, but I can check it out. Then how do you have no money? Have you seen my board game collection and Lego collection? I have issues, okay? I have issues. You can get promo cards. 8, I don't know. These games look okay to me. And they're not expensive, 40 euros for 3 games. Somehow Loaf looks the most appealing, but apparently according to Nox it's the least of the 3, so. And I have a family. Well, I only have a son. I don't have a partner. So I don't have those. I don't have to share my responsibility with somebody else. Well, even though my son is 19, so he's well like, Dad, why don't we have money at the end of the month? Nah, that doesn't happen as often anymore. But yeah. You just have a dog. Yeah, dogs are expensive. Stephen Benero, good native belt. Yeah, there probably will be at Spellenspectakel as well. I don't know when they expect the games to deliver. When do they expect to deliver? November, so that would be during Spellenspectakel. They are funded, so that's a good thing. Still need to visit them once. Your dog didn't take the credit card? No, but your dog ate the credit card, right? Guild trials. This looks so... Yeah, I thought so. Some fish only began as Next. Rare tigers. Okay. How to play. Watch these videos. I don't watch videos. Okay, the Bangers project uses AI for their logo. That's one thing for sure. But that's not their fault. I don't know. What's this? Languages. Kickstarter exclusive. The Blue Baloo. Were Tigers. Were Tigers is a compact, quick, and fun dice defense game focusing on co-op play and strategy. Defend the tiger of the village of Tamanti as the hungry were tigers close in throughout the night. Okay, cool. Everybody talks about tariffs now. Yeah. And it says AI free. See, they all start to abuse my AI logo. And I'm fine with that. Where tigers? Well, yeah, you don't have wolves in India, so going for tigers makes sense. What did you forget, Bouncinator? Because we have seen you quite around on some pages. You forgot my stream? Oh! We saw dice with dogs. You love my stream. Well, thank you. We had a whole discussion about strollers at crowded game cons. How they are a menace. Let's start over. Well, I'm almost done with the Kickstarter part. We still have the game found part, and I know not for sure if Bouncinator is on one of those pages, but yeah. I'm not starting over. And Twitch didn't apply the review button, rewind button yet. I understand they will apply a rewind button at some point, but you have to subscribe to the channel or have Turbo to be able to do that. Slivers! You're twisting words. You should be in politics. And we did see Bouncinator as a princess. Yes, we did. In this game. But currently we are looking at Were Tigers. But we were done with Were Tigers. Now we're looking at pet names. You can catch up the phones. You're not a princess. Well, to be fair, I was mentioning that my concept of a castle is different than the American concept of a castle. I'm more of the medieval type of castles that we have here in the UK, in Germany, in the Netherlands, in France. Those type of castles. That what you look like just a big mansion to me. But hey, I'm European. My concept of a castle is different. You're a manor lord. Yeah, it looks more like a manor. Game of endearments, pet names. Doesn't mean I'm giving somebody a pet name. Captain Boo Boo. Well, that's... Oh, look at the doggy. How do we play this game? Setup. Okay, turns. Every player makes one pet name for the person holding Charlie using 2 to 4 card games. Cool iconic kitten. So basically it's a positive spin on Cards Against Humanity. It's still a judge game. And no, that's not for me, but I can see why people have fun with this. Intentions. I have very bad intentions. Nothing. Oh, 2 to 4 octopuses or octopi. Too bad. This game is not for humans. Apparently. Age 8 and up. 8 feels very young for an octopus. I don't know. But I understand the 8. 1 for each tentacle. And 20 plus. Some of the art in this Kickstarter is prototype. Here's a sample of the final art. Yeah, it looks fine. How to play. Let's see how to play. On your turn, play a card face down near a food pile. A real food pile. Get food. Get a food safely. Dangerous for adjacent cards. Ooh, sharks. Or play an action card. Punch a card, moving it. Creating chaos or cunning. So you have hunt, hide and hunt. It's like hunt, but dodges sharks. You only get one of these. Okay, then sharks bring danger to the cards on the left and the right. Oh, you know it. Punch, move a card to a new location. Relocate threats or disrupt well-played plans. Octobility. To use an octopus power, potentially turning the tide in your favor. Well, that's the whole reason why you use it. And they have plushies. Of course they have plushies. I want the one with the rings. Those are the ones that change color, right? The blue ringed octopus. The murky expansion adds eels. Okay. It's not that expensive. You have a printer plate, $20, $38. You get the expansion and a plushie. And a plushie. I guess the plushie would be like this big. But still, you get a plushie. See? A finger puppet. So it's really that big. And yeah, I did the right finger. I could have done the wrong finger so many times over. This looks cute. And yeah, we get value added tax because yeah, it sucks to live in one of our countries. Lone Wolf U-boat game. Lot of text. Why back this project? Because we don't use a side menu. Step into the World War II U-boat. Okay, so basically, where am I sailing? And can I be found? 3 campaign maps, several missions for each, and 9 unique veteran crew cards. Okay, how to play. Select game mode, campaign scenario, random. Randomly draw one of the captain cards. Place dice on fuel, torpedo, and noise trackers. These are your resources. Next. Set time tracker. Okay. Issue orders. Convoy phase. Event phase. If no fight is active, roll for a random mission event, such as weather, enemy, ambush, or hard choice. $7.30 US cents. Are you freaking kidding me? This is the first one that I have seen that uses cents for the dollar. I have seen them for other campaigns, but for the dollar? Come on. But it's a solo war game. It sounds interesting. Maybe it's something for people who love war games. And of course, Bansne's favorite designer, right? Stefan Fell. I'm guessing. Because you're such a Castle of Burgundy lover. Enthusiast. That's probably the better name for it. But yeah, we have city collection number 11, Manila, and number 12, Beijing, coming up. You don't have to back this on Kickstarter. It will come out anyway. You can get it at a con or anything. And it's super expensive. That's one thing for sure. Prototype of the Cube Tower. Wow, Manila uses a Cube Tower. Cool. I like Cube Towers. Yeah, $90 for just Manila. I don't know. It feels like these games are too expensive to be taken seriously. €106 for the deluxe. If I compare it to other games in that category, they are on the pricier side. But yeah, if you want them all in, get all 12 games. Cost you $1,650. Not including shipping. Shipping all in. $100 extra for in the EU. $180 extra for in the US. If you are in Norway, $225. Holy crap. But then, to be fair, you got 12 games. but it includes taxes for the US and EU. So that's included. But yikes. Okay, Escape the Ages, a time travel card game of bluffing, betrayal, and bold escapes. Oh, never mind. We have used AI to playtest the game prior to having any samples made. We were able to simulate different scenarios in the game. Wait, you used AI to play the game for you? And this is your page, by the way. It's not that much, but well, these dudes should come with 2 weeks of holiday. Yeah. I'm not sure how I feel. It's not generative AI, so why not? There are so many people who just make sheets to see the probability of an edge case happening. So that's basically the same thing. You input data and see what happens, but I think you learn more from human interaction. Okay, here we are. Game found. Just because we can look at Bonsonator once again, we open this one. We skip this one, like I mentioned. Oh, I would explain why. Okay, I'm not sure if they use AI in this project, but Awaken Realms is very pro using generative AI. Also, there was an incident with with one of the artists for Puerto Rico, which put them on my I will not ever back something on you from you again thing. Also, that thing is super convoluted. Too much. It's so bloated with everything, and Agricola just doesn't need that. I did back some stuff from Awaken Realms. I am almost done playing with them because I do play those games. Because yeah, I spend money on them, so I play them off stream, off stream, of course. Yeah, they did use it. Okay, thank you for the confirmation, Bonsonator. After ISIS Vanguard, no, I think the last one I backed was the Castle of Burgundy. That was the last one I backed from them. And I'm happy that I own now a copy of Castle of Burgundy, a nice copy. I'm not gonna lie, it looks good. But yeah, that's the last one. Yeah. You rescued the sun's post on curricula to you on Blue Sky. Okay, I will check it later. To be fair, I use Blue Sky way too little. But then again, I barely use Twitter, I barely use Facebook, I'm mostly on Instagram. And Bonsonator also backed Castle Burgundy Special Edition. It's a nice edition, I'm not gonna lie. And it's for after stream. Yeah, I will look at it for after stream. Thank you, Slippers. Then, other games. We have Christian. This looks very Polish and it requires slotty. I hope the game, the page itself isn't in Polish because my Polish sucks. Fantastic Sea back now and Dare the Unknown. Okay. Mim, thank you. Have a good night's sleep. I should sleep soon as well, but I have too much to do. Still. Okay, normally I wouldn't open board game tables, but yeah, we got a live Bonsonator in chat, so yeah, of course. And yeah, I'm always helping back and forth. Am I getting a game top or am I getting a table? To be fair, this table design would fit perfectly in the interior of my mother. She has that dark wood with metal all over her place. Even the chairs would fit perfectly. So to be fair, yeah, this would. Except that she puts the table next to the wall. So one side, these drawers just don't make any sense. Or they aren't drawers, actually, are they? They can be covered, but yeah, you know what I mean. Save money. And stretch pay. Yeah, I saw. I like stretch pay. Water resistant. Yeah, okay. You know that. This is more the look for me, this color. It works better for what I have in my interior. And this is also awesome, just to clear it up. But it's still a lot of money. We found Bonsnader again. I can only guess who made those pictures. Oh, there's the photographer. I found it. Yeah, those tables looked awesome. Not gonna lie. Okay, this whole page is in Polish, except for the side menu that still says stretch goals next to unlock. Personally, no, I'm not gonna even try and butcher it. Think deep, play smart in Fantastic Sea. Players take on the role of marine biologists, build thriving marine ecosystems by placing, catching, and combining fish species. Finspan, everybody. Strategic card placement, timing, and combo building. Still Finspan, everybody, but different, right? How to play. Watch this video. Watch this video in German. Goal of the game. Win points. Okay, make sure. Every turn in Fantasy presents a wave of exciting choices. Attention, real timing, but what kind of choices do I have? It's a void phase where we take actions, and a wave phase where the wave current will move around all the fish in its direction. Okay, and then the trigger ocean abilities. We have a blowfish. Caught a fish, big decision. Add it or store it. Okay. Doesn't look half bad. Tabletopping. They are huge. They are Belgian. And they are nice people. The rest, Lord of the Board. I might have no, but that's another Lord of the Board. But because this OA, the other Lord of the Board is just an O. Spiel pickup for nothing extra. Oh, might do that. And there the unknown, a journey through NASA's legacy in a strategic competitive board game where you take the command of iconic spacecraft, face thrilling dilemmas, and make tight, calculated decisions. Oh, I finished all my coffee already. Well, luckily this is the last game we're looking at. Space Delirium. Oh, so many rewards. Deluxe, standard, only 25. Deluxe, double. Then you get wooden components and extras. Explorer bundles, Pioneers pack, Twins modules, Commander's kit. Why so many levels? Meatball patch. What? Why is it called a meatball patch? Because I'm not making a meatball with it, right? Why the name meatball? Can any US person explain with maybe some NASA knowledge? I don't know if that's needed, but is it because it's a round patch it's called a meatball patch? Because meatballs aren't perfectly round. Zero idea. Okay. Does it explain, huh? Center of the patch. Okay. Full patch width approximately. Okay. And then we have nice dice, which we would never look at. Deluxe. Yeah. Meatball patch by A to B emblem. Yeah, it looks nice. And you have a meatball pin. It sounds like meatball because it's round. Then, yeah, a perfect meatball is not round. That's very, well, fabricated to make it perfectly round. And that's it. That was the last one. So, pick of the week. We have some good titles out there. Hi Dutch again, welcome back. Assyria 2nd edition. Probably gonna back that one, but first on Thursday, the Anarchy. I'm not sure if it's in the same line, but it's from the same developer and it's the same art style. So yeah, I will play the Anarchy on Thursday. Excalibur looked like fun. Not sure if it's price worthy for the type of game you're getting. That's the only thing I have, but I think this is a fun, quick game. The collector's edition with the, I will call it a letter opener, not the real miniature sword. But yeah, look. Did everybody saw the Bonsonator cameo? Just watch. There she is again. So yeah, all right. So the collectors or the deluxe, I don't know yet. It's not that hard of a game. Bonsonator is super famous. Super famous. Did you see her? Well, she did an IGN bit, right? Not sure if that's live on IGN somewhere, but yeah. Then we have the Amsterdam board game design things. They look fine. I should have talked with them at Zuiderspel and gotten more information about them, but maybe some other time. But my pick of the week is the one that I will be streaming this Sunday, same time as I normally stream. It's the new one. It's super cheap. Like you can only get the characters pack. That's basically enough, and or get the digital only, or just for 25 bucks get everything. And you have to pay for shipping. Then you get new cards, a new sheet. And I've been playing this a while now, and I will be playing it way more this weekend, so I will be ready. I will start to play adventure on the beginning part. From the beginning, stream about 2 hours and then quit, and because I don't want to play the whole chapter for you, that would be too much. So yeah, I will be streaming that on Sunday, Father's Day. It will be Father's Day this Sunday. I don't know what I will get from my son. I hope breakfast in bed. He's looking at me right now. He's waving. But yeah, this one is the pick of the week. I've already played this a bit, and I will play it a bit more to make sure that I don't make any rules mistakes on Sunday. So be ready for that one. It's a less expensive thing. And otherwise, Assyria from Garfield Games definitely looks good, and Excalibur also was a good game this week. Then I want to press. Oh, do I still look horrible? I do look horrible. Wow. Maybe I should start wearing foundation. Maybe. But to be fair, I wasn't feeling all too well when I started. I'm feeling a lot better, by the way, and not just because I went to the bathroom halfway through the stream. But yeah. Let's find somebody to read. Oh yeah, let's see if I can still find those dice that I saw. Wow, oh, yeah, I had to reload because I saw. Normally I won't look at dice, but these were dice with dogs. So let's see if we can find them once more, because I really had the feeling that one of the dogs on the dice looked like Kaipo. There we are. Let's see. Dalmatians, normal dogs. I saw one that had so many Kaipo feelings to it, but now I cannot find it in this set. Where is it? We have corgi kind of dogs. I love my dog. Look, Mojo, little puppy. Those come close to Kaipo. So yeah. Well, there won't be a calendar this year on crowdfunding. Oh, I love those. And I was talking about something, but I wasn't showing it. This is not the pick of the week, by the way. But look at these doggies. Look. This is close to Kaipo kind of dogs, right? Cute dice. I know, but normally I don't do dice, but this was not like, oh, dog dice. They look cute. But no board game mosaic calendar. Ooh. Yeah, that sucks. That does suck. Tariffs. Oh. And they hit over here as well a little bit. Let's find somebody to raid. I'm guessing Time Roller is live, but I think Panda Angel is also live. Oh yeah, Panda Angel is playing Doomlings. So let's raid Panda Angel. Yeah, we're gonna raid Panda. Yeah, it's a bummer, and yeah, it's a lot of work. Even when I make just a simple picture just for one Instagram, like, oh, this looks good. I'm still making sure the cards are properly aligned. Not too much, because it's just a picture, but for a calendar, all those pieces. Let's read Panda Angel. So I don't know if people were watching on YouTube or are watching later. A raid is something that is Twitch that I will move everybody that's here in chat and move them on to another channel. Share the joy of board games. So that's what I'm doing right now. And then SiriBot says, have a great one, rest. Don't forget to stay hydrated and take care of yourself. SiriBot is working again. So say hi to Panda for me, and if you have access to my raid mode, use it. Don't abuse it. I will be back on Thursday playing The Anarchy, basically the spiritual follow-up for Hadrian's Wall. Bye. And yeah, love the board games and loathing of strollers. That's true. That was fun.